How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called 4 Fields. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, 4 fields, 4 farms, 2 variants. Have you always wanted to farm on really big fields? Then this map might just be right for you. There are 4 huge fields and 4 farms here. A great way to play with 4 people if you just like playing with friends. But you can absolutely also play alone on this map. Are you up to the challenge of harvesting and recultivating such a gigantic field? Around the 4 fields you will find the usual infrastructure that you know from maps. There are selling stations, productions, a village, meadows, and forest. There are also large vineyards and a campsite where you can earn money. The highlights in this map is that it is available as a German map and an American map. You just have to download one map, and then you can choose whether you want to play it as a German Vervelden or as an American 4 fields. The map has the following features: 4 fields, 4 farms, 31 farmlands, rapid plant growth with seasonal cycles turned off, rye and spelt as additional fruit types, wheat and barley can also be sown in the spring, meadows with flowers can be sown, 9 additional products made with grains and potatoes, selling stations, productions with 3x increased productivity, pre-installed multifunctional production on the farm, vineyards, passive income through camping sites, passive income from wind turbines, forest, large gardens. Horses are worth $40,000 after 3 years, 100 collectibles, 3 passive income signs, additional ground textures, fields are paintable, additional fields in landscaping. Note on BGA. In order to use the production's BGA, you will have to buy the property. Then the BGA is fully available. The BGA building can also be sold if you would rather build another BGA. A small BGA is also available as a pure selling station for all players to sell silage, slurry, manure, and the like. This map was created by Omatana and is 425.07 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. You can see we start out down here in the southeastern portion of the map, right at our starting farm. We start out by owning farmlands number 5 and number 1. 1 being a very large wheat field, which is ready to harvest, and 5 being your starting farm. Now, prices really don't vary that much. You know, almost $440,000 for that field, $421,000 for this, $421,000 for that. So pretty universal for the field prices. It's actually, considering the size, not that bad of a price. Now we're going to see some variation are kind of the outer periphery. $89,000 for what looks to be a little bit of forestry and some grass. You've got $48,000 for, again, what looks to be grass, maybe a little bit of trees. $298,000 again for forestry and grass. And yeah, there's some buyable areas for farms and some other areas for other things. So I will point those out once we get to them. We go down to the animals. We do start out with a cow barn on our starting farm. Contracts are available for the 3 fields that you don't own, and wow, look at those prices. $122,000 to fertilize, $118,000 to harvest, $103,000 to spray. I mean, you're going to make a lot of money, but you're going to be working on these contracts forever. Whoops. You do start out with a couple of production chains, and collectibles are available, 100 of them to be precise. Now, if we look at mods specific to this map, we take a look at the build menu first. Nothing under the build menu, but under the buy menu. Nope, first one was the buy menu. This one is now the build menu. So nothing under the buy menu. Under the build menu, though, if we take a look under the buildings and sheds, we scroll all the way to the right, you'll see a whole bunch of 4 fields mods specific to this map right here. Under silos, we get the same thing here, 4 fields right there. Silo extensions, there is nothing here. Containers, though, scroll to the right, you'll see a couple here, 4 fields. Under tools, you got the workshop right there. And then lastly, under farmhouses, you do get several additional farmhouses. Going up to productions, scroll down to factories, and down here you can see we have several productions. And nothing under sell points. Under greenhouses, though, you do get the open air garden large. Under orchards, nothing. And then under generators, you do have a couple of these signs. 4Fields patronage signs. You got one for wood, silver, and gold. They work very similar to the government subsidy sign, where you're just putting them down and you're going to generate money based on placing them down. And there's different amounts that you're going to get based on which sign you put. Under animals, under cows, you do have some mods specific to this map here. Under, let's see, you got horses as well, pigs, and sheep. Nothing under chickens, bees, or others. We go to decorations. There is nothing under fences, nothing under lights, but under others we can check out. We've got these little signposts for cows, horses, sheep, and pigs, one for each farm. And then, whoops, try that one more time. Lastly, under the landscaping and painting, you do get several additional painting swatches. Nothing under trees. At least I don't recall seeing anything under trees. Nope, nothing under trees. And then under your plants, you do get several additional ones here, including the ability to create a field, which that is nice. And that is all the mods specific to this map. Now, we do start here at the starting farm, so let's take a look at the starting equipment. We take a look under the buy menu, and under owned items, we have under medium tractors a Deutz-Fahr 8280 TTV. Large tractors, we have a John Deere 8R 410 and a Case Magnum 340 CVX drive. Trucks, we have the Mack Black Anthem 6x4 MP8 505. Harvesters, we have a Massey Ferguson Ideal 7PL. Telehandlers, the Manitou MLT 625-75H. Cars, the Lizard Pickup 1986. Trailers, we have a Load King Distinction Triple Hopper, as well as a Farm Tech Fortis 3000. Header for the Massey. We've got the cultivator, the Lemken Coralin 9840. Seeder, we have the Poniger Terrasim C6F. Fertilizer spreader, we have Amazon ZATS 3200. Mowers, the Pottinger Novacat A10 Crossflow and the Novacat 301 AMED Pro. Forage wagons, we have the Schutzmaker Rapide 580V. Bale loaders, we have an AgroLiner PWO24. Animals, the Lizard MKS8. Telehandler tools, the Magsy pallet fork. Header for the header trailer for the header, and under weights we have AGCO 1100, 2 of those. And that is it for the starting equipment. Now let's take a look at what we got here at the starting farm. Starting out here, oops, I don't have any of my triggers turned on. There we go. We have a sleep trigger here. Around the back side, if we hop the fence, we have a wardrobe trigger right here. Let's see. Right here, we have a bale and pallet storage right there. Over here, we have the cow farm production. Now, before I go any further, I will say that pretty much all the farms are very much identical. They have different looks about them, different skins and textures to them. But you're going to have a bale and pallet storage. You're going to have a farm production at each one of them. You're going to have a farm supply production. You're going to have a buying station, which is right here, and some kind of animal at each farm. So that's going to be the distinction, and a silo. So they're pretty much all the same kind of components. They're just, what the biggest difference is the way they look and the animal type that's on there. But I will show right here what this one is. So they'll all be called something farm production and something farm supply. This one is the cow farm that we're on and that we start out with. So here at the cow farm production, we can make wheat to flour, barley to flour, oat to flour, sorghum, corn, rye, spelt. And you can also make the additional, wait a minute, wait. What is the difference between these? I don't see the difference. Oh, you can either make flour or rye flour. Okay. Or spelt flour. Spelled flour. Okay. Okay. So that makes more sense. That's okay. So these ones here will just make the regular flour, and these two down here will make their own types of flour. You've got bread by using regular flour or mixed bread. You've got spelled bread, bread rolls, baguettes, muffins. So you can make all sorts of different stuff with just this one production point, and it's quite a bit. You can make fabric, clothes, French fries, premium potatoes, the whole 9 yards. Then over here, this one is the farm supply, which is going to allow you to make things like hay, total mixed ration, lime or mineral feed, silage, different types of silage with digestate. You've got seeds that you can make from wheat, barley, and corn. You've got lime, digestate liquid fertilizer, so you can take your digestate and turn it into liquid fertilizer. You've got solid fertilizer from your digestate and lime. You got pig food in several variations. And yeah, that's pretty much it for those. You have the buying station here, which is going to allow you to buy kind of your basic, wheats, barleys, things like that. It's not going to be anything, it's not like a huge multi-fruit buying station kind of thing. And then lastly, here at this farm, we do have the cow barn right here and room for 500 cows. This barn has the milk trigger here, the straw trigger in here, the feed trigger right here, and then on the other side, the slurry trigger right there. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab the pickup truck, and I'm going to start making my way around the map and showing all the various points of interest. Before we pull away, we'll show each one of the farms are going to be indicated which one they are based on the little sign that's right out in front. And heading down the road, got the big vineyard right here to my left. Coming up to my left is the fast food restaurant sell point. And right here we have the bakery. Purchase a bakery for $50,000, and we will purchase that because we can do a whole lot more than just our bare basic stuff. We can do our flours that we're used to seeing with some recipes in addition, like corn and rye and spelt. But you can also make the rye flour and spelt flour. You got your bread, mixed bread, and again, a lot of the similar things that we were able to make at the starting farm, as well as cakes, cereals, and our sunflower, canola, and olive oils can all be made here at the bakery. We have our inputs here and our outputs in the back right there. Now heading down the road, coming up to my left, right there is the supermarket sell point. And here is the tailor shop. You can purchase this for $100,000. Got your input here, the wardrobe trigger right here, and output right there. Now continuing down the road, now coming up here to my left, this is the campgrounds right over here. Now you can purchase this area, and this will be kind of a money generator for you. So if you go to your map, we'll take a look at what we've seen up to this point. We started here at the main farm. We saw the sleep trigger, the couple of production centers, the buying station, the bale and pallet storage, the cow barn, and the farm silo. We came out all the way down to here where we saw the fast food restaurant and the bakery. Came out and saw the supermarket as well as the tailor shop. And now we're down here at farmland number 12. You can purchase that for $198,696. And now you will generate income on a, I believe, hourly basis, but will be paid out overall at the end of the day kind of thing. You've got a sell point tucked away back here. Right there. That is the camping sell point. Now, coming up here to my left, we have the shop trigger right here. And repair trigger right here. Now, tucked around the backside over here, this is the farmer's market sell point right here. And this is the second farm. And again, this is the horse farm. Now, you can go to your map. Again, we were right here at the campgrounds. Came over to see the shop trigger, repair trigger, the farmer's market sell point there. And now if we purchase farmland number 7 for $94,060, you'll see all the triggers pop up. Again, we have our horse farm productions. We have tucked away over here a buying silo, which I don't know if this is going to be usable or not because the trigger is actually right here. You might have, you might be able to squeeze in here to get it to activate. I'm not sure, but I think this is going to have to be turned around in order for you to be able to access it properly. Bale and pallet storage right here. You have a sleep trigger right here. Wardrobe trigger over here. Over here is the farm supply. Silo right there, and horse barn right here. Have room for 16 horses. Food goes in here as well as a straw, and you can have horses. And that's it for the horse farm. Let's go ahead and check out the next point of interest. Coming out over here, out to my left is the next point of interest right here. This is the windmill production. You can purchase this for $20,000, and we will go ahead and purchase that. You have your input here and your output here. And what can you produce here? Well, you can produce things like your flowers, is pretty much it. Wheat, barley, corn, sorghum. I'm sorry, wheat, barley, oats, sorghum, corn, wheat, barley, and corn. But the secondary recipes, these ones here, will give you a byproduct of pig food, which is really nice. And not a small amount either. So this is going to be a good one to get. You can just see how massive these fields are. It is just insane how large these are. Coming down over here, we have the animal dealer right here. Now, if you have a pen and pasture already placed down on the map, you can use this trigger or the same icon at those pens and pastures that you have loaded out onto the field, onto the map already. If you use this icon directly to purchase your animals, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee from the animal dealer to the pen and pasture. It can get rather expensive. The minimum amount for an adult cow is $100 per cow. And yeah, that adds up pretty quickly. Now you can save that money by coming to this location with an animal trailer, whether it's leased, whether it's bought, doesn't matter. Bring an animal trailer to this location, load the animals into the trailer, and then deliver to the pen or pasture by yourself. That'll save you the fee, and like I said, that adds up pretty quick depending on how many you're going to buy. 500 cows fit in the very first farm that we saw there. That's $100 per cow if you're buying everything all at once. Now, yeah, it might be worth it to you to save, the 50 some trips it's going to take to do 100 cows type of thing, or however many cows you can get into one of the larger storages kind of thing. It might be worth it just to kind of slam it all in at once and just pay the delivery fee kind of thing. But you might not want to do that. So over here we have the I lost my spot. The animal dealer sell point right there. Let's go ahead and hop back into the truck. Next one on the list is right here. This is the grape processing unit. You can purchase this for $80,000. Input here, output there. Right next door we have the dairy. Also $70,000 to purchase. You have your output right here and your input back here. Hop in the truck for the next one. Right here you have the spinnery. Hop out. Tucked away in the back is the wrench. $60,000 to purchase this. And you have your input and output right back here. Now here is the next point of interest. If we stop right there, we take a look at the map. We were here at the secondary farm, the horse farm. Saw everything that was here. Came up to here where we saw the windmill production, the animal dealer sell point, the grape processing unit, the dairy, and the spinnery. And now we are here at farmland number 16. If we purchase this for $49,416, you'll see we get a couple of new icons pop up. This is the open air garden. We have a water source right here, and over here this is just a garden that you can use, and it already has water, almost 400,000 liters of water, so you can start producing things right away, and it starts out by producing things. So pretty much a little bit of everything is being produced that can be produced. Tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, potatoes, sunflowers, sugar beets, soybeans, corn, and cotton are all things that this is going to start producing right away for you. Now coming out to the next point of interest. Oops, I passed by that. Right here you have the harbor sell point right there, and the gas station right here. Now continuing on. Now you can see there are the wind turbines right here. You can purchase this, and again it acts as another generator. So purchase farmland number 18 for $298,200, and you will again get an additional generation of money by purchasing that land. Over here we have the next farm. As you can see, this is the sheep farm. So if you go to the map and check it out, we were right here at farmland number 16, saw the gas station, the harbor sell point, came over to farmland number 8, and you can purchase that for $109,440. And all this appears. We've got the farm productions right here. We have the oh goodness, why am I blanking? Buying station right there. The bale and pallet storage right here. Up on top of this little hill. Sleep trigger. Wardrobe trigger. A sheep barn right over here. Room for 1,000 sheep. Feed goes here, and wool spawns here. Silo here, and farm supplies right here. Continuing to make our way around. We have our oil mill right here. Can purchase this for $80,000. We have our input and output right here. Right next door, we have the sugar mill. Purchase this for $80,000. Output here and input around the back. Over there. Next one we have here to my left is the grain mill sell point. It's just a sell point. It is not a functioning grain mill, like a production. Beyond that, coming up on my left, is the biogas, or the BGA sell point, also known as the selling station BGA. We have the biomass heating plant right there. It's another sell point. And then, coming up here on my left, you will see the fourth and final farm right here. This is the pig farm. You can see right there. Now, we take a look here. We were at farm number 3. We saw the oil mill here, the sugar mill, then the grain mill sell point, the selling station BGA, biomass heating plant, and now we are here, farmland number 6, $101,414 to purchase. And now we have access to all this bale and pallet storage right here. We've got silo here, farmhouse sleep trigger right here, wardrobe trigger right there, farm supply right here, our pig barn right over here with room for 1,000 pigs, feed here, slurry out the other side over here, and farm productions right here with a buying station right there. Hop back in the truck and wrap up the last couple of points of interest. Over here we have another open air garden right there. Now we just came down to here, farmland number 26, $35,424. And now we have access to all this, and again, it comes preloaded with a lot of product in it, specifically water, 400,000 liters, which is really nice. You can start producing stuff right away. Okay, in here we have pretty much your sawmill sell points, and then next to it your actual sawmill production just over there. So right here you have your wood chip sell point and your wood sell point right here with the wood cell trigger there. But then all this these 4 icons are all related to the actual sawmill production. You can purchase it right here for $100,000. Your wood chips are here. Your output is here. Input for wood is here with the wood cell trigger right there. We've got one more point of interest. Right here. Again, if we stop and looking at the map, we're at the open air garden. We came down here to see the wood chip cell point, the wood cell station, and then the actual the sawmill production right there. If you purchase farmland number 28 for $321,408, you will now get access to the biogas production. And a typical production, or a typical biogas we're used to seeing: silage, slurry, manure, and sugar beet cut. Solid input here, liquid input here, liquid output, aka digestate, right there. And that is it. That is 4 Fields. Now, as it was said in the description, 4 Fields is actually a mashup of 2 different maps. What does it say? I just noticed this. Buy this lot, then you'll own the BGA. Then you can sell... Oh, then you can sell the signpost. Let's try that. Oh yeah, there you go. Perfect. Well, that's cool. Little instructions right there on the map. Anyways, so you can download 4Field from the Mod Hub. Once you download it from the Mod Hub, you then have access to technically 2 different maps. 4Field, which is the American version, and then what was it called in the German version? It was called... oh goodness, what was it called? Vervelden. Vervelden was the second German style map, and it's all set up exactly the same. The only difference is kind of the looks and aesthetics are more German rather than kind of more American. So that's the big difference. Is just fields are the same, production points are the same, sell points are the same. It's just they just look different. They have different skins, different models. So yeah, that is it. And I'll actually put up on screen the 2 different map types that you can choose from and see the difference from the loadout screen. So yeah, you can see how the 2 different maps there, depending on what kind of style you want to play, whether you want to play American style or German style, that's there. Now we're to the point of rendering my opinion. What do I think of this map? 0 to 5 scale as per usual. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of this map. I'm not crazy about the gigantic fields, and I will say the one thing I do appreciate is that at least the map maker didn't make the fields flat. At least there's some sort of articulation going in the fields themselves, and doesn't make it, so it's just that much less to kind of hold your interest, kind of thing. Now I will say that this kind of outer periphery is very nicely done. I like the concept of the 4 different farms. Each one of them kind of having their own utility to them. There's some additional crop types. There's some additional, productions and things like that that you can produce. All that's really nice, and I like that. But all that being said, these massive, massive fields are just wow. Just wow. Now, I get it. I know there's tons of people out there that really like massive, massive fields, but this is like in a whole new level. You can see I am absolutely maxed out on this truck going 75 miles an hour, and it still takes several seconds to get from one side to the other. It is just intense, the amount of work that you're going to have to put into each one of these fields. And then if you buy them out and combine them all into one mega, you know what? That's just, anyways. It's one of those where this is just my preferences. This just isn't one of those kind of maps for me. The square fields, the massiveness of them, it's just very kind of boring to me. Is without trying, I'm not trying to be overly critical, and if I had a better word off the top of my head, I would probably throw it in there. But I could definitely see where somebody would find this, right up their alley. Somebody starting out with Farming Simulator for the first time might look at this and be like, you know what, I just want to farm. I just want to do something and want to really kind of immerse myself in doing that thing, and then take one slow step at a time. And with each, round of doing something, you're going to, take forever to do it, but you're going to make a lot of money with each of the contracts, upwards of $100,000 per contract that you get, regardless of what, kind of contract you're doing. It's going to be massive. And all that being said, though, it's just not my cup of tea. So at the end of the day, I'd probably give this a 1. For no other reason than it's just not for me. But again, I can recognize that it's going to be for other people, and more power to you. But that's kind of where I stand on it. Some of the other things I don't really care for are the bright fields and the bright flowers that are all over the map. Now, these wildflowers are the ones that I really kind of take issue with, because you can see so many different flowers. It looks very cartoonish to me. And then you've got, some of the areas here, like next to the farm. This makes more sense to me. These kind of what look to be planted, like these look to be curated by people. These look to be an attempt to just represent wildflowers, and it just looks too cartoonish. Like I said, there's a ton of colors all along the side of the road, and it just doesn't feel right. The color palette outside of that, I think, is just really poppy. There's a lot of things going on, and especially when you get to some of these more built-up areas, like these really pop. These areas really come alive with color and all that, and it's just really kind of, I don't know, overwhelming. Like you see all the bright blues and greens, you see yellows and oranges, reds and purples. You get all sorts of different colors, and it just doesn't seem natural. It doesn't seem right. So it just, again, not a map for me. It's just not my cup of tea. So I'd give this a 1, and that's about where I stand on it. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show them by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. That shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.